Potion, my favorite potion. Sip, touch my lid till I'm comatose. Double up my cup, discover my lust. You got my attention.
But I don't think love is enough. Daddy taught me stand tall, but I'd rather we lean. Tried this shit before I was 17. Turn my lifestyle into a dream. I know it made me think less about the shit that I seen. I know the shit that I seen, most people wouldn't believe it. And if I had the choice, I would leave it.
Forever. Forever.
Lean, which is essentially a mild opiate made from mixing codeine cough syrup with Lean, which is essentially a mild opiate made from mixing codeine cough syrup with Sprite, has always been popular in the South. But recently, it's had a bit of a resurgence.
Also known as scissor, dirty Sprite, or purple drink, Lean is made by mixing prescription-strength cough syrup with soda and sometimes fruit-flavored candy. The beverage has become popularized in hip-hop music over the years, with famous rappers featuring and drinking Lean in their music videos, which in turn has made it more popular on social media, where fans try to imitate their favorite rap stars.
It's really easy to overlook what a huge effect this weird little purple concoction has had on rap music. But it's changed rap music more than heroin changed rock music. Everything has become more strung out, slower. And with that strung out, slower music, there's also kind of strung out, slower personality that you see people who listen to this music have, and it's kind of like everyone's sort of people who listen to this music have, and it's like everyone's sort of who listen to this music have, and it's kind of like everyone's sort of tuning out a bit. So we're about to meet a rapper named Kasky who raps about Lean a lot. When we first came to Florida, I sort of assumed that Lean was a cheap, easy to get drug. I mean, it's basically pharmaceutical cough syrup mixed with Sprite. But now we've learned that bottles go for up to $3,000. I mean, it's this highly sought after status symbol. And it'll be interesting to see whether he actually does like Lean, or whether for him, it's just another part of the image.
This running, fuck it, I guess nobody dating me. Stagnant, that's something I hate to be.
Amongst rappers and other people you know.
That's something I hate to be.
Amongst rappers and other
Stagnant, that's something I hate.
Amongst rappers and other people you know, how big is Lean?
Lean is fucking big. Lean is fucking big as fuck. Everybody sips Lean. Everybody sips Lean. Everybody sips Lean. Or everybody wants to sip Lean, let's say that. Everybody wants to sip Lean, acts like they sip Lean, acts like they know somebody that sip Lean, acts like they can get Lean, but...
And what about personally, like, what's your experience with Lean?
I like Lean. Like, I always like Lean. First time I sipped Lean was with Click Clack, was in the studio, and I just wanted to sip it because, we was already doing drugs every once in a while and stuff like that, smoking, doing other shit, but yeah, we wanted to sip Lean in the studio, and we made music, and it was fire as fuck.
And Lean is kind of, it is an opiate, right?
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of it is an opiate, right?
Yeah, definitely. A lot of niggas in the hood and
shit, niggas don't know that it's a opiate. A lot of niggas in the hood and shit, niggas don't know that it's a opiate. But then after a while you drink so much, then they want to take perks. Then they want to start taking Percocets. And then they don't know why they like the perks, and now they addicted to perks. It tastes good. If something tastes this good, like you would think for something to have opiates and all that shit in it, it'd be nasty.
Yeah.
If you put that shit in some Sprite, and it's heaven in a cup.
It feels fucking awesome. It feels fucking awesome.
And it makes you feel good.
Makes you feel good. It makes you feel like a great version of yourself.
Yeah, right. And now we gonna pop it for y'all. That was a nice pop right there. Y'all can see him down at the bottom. You see how you sit down? Y'all can see him down at the bottom. You see how you sit down? Y'all can see him down at the bottom. You see how you sit down? Y'all can see him down at the bottom. You see how you sit down? Sit down at the bottom. You know why you sit down and like
You definitely gonna find it. Yeah, nah, he gonna say. He said, wait, how many you say you sit? 3 cups? 1 and a half. 3 cups? 1 and a half. 3 cups? 1 and a half. Yeah. Are you usually this generous with your lean?
no, since you got to
Yeah. 100%. What do you think is behind this recent upsurge in people doing lean?
Definitely rap culture. Pimp C Texas really started. Definitely rap culture. Definitely rap culture. Pimp C Texas really started that way, but now that we're in the age of social media, I feel like it's gotten a new leap. Because, you know, it's like, it's a cool drug, it's expensive, it's hard to access, it's exclusive, you know? What's weird about lean is like, I can have weed, right? And you could all have weed, nobody's cooler. If you got lean in here, most of us probably don't have it. If you got lean in here, most of us probably don't. If you got lean in here, most of us probably don't have it. So it's like, it's a status, you know? It's the Louis Supreme collab. It's the Louis Supreme collab.
Everything I do go right, child. I'm feeling like a Rothschild. So much money.
So even though lean's having a bit of a moment right now, it's actually been around since the 90s. And to get a little bit of historical context about how lean culture has changed, we're gonna go meet a guy called Abel. He's a graffiti artist whose tag is basically a giant stone cup of lean. But he's also kind of like the world's leading lean aficionado. We were actually meant to meet with him this morning, but we found out he was in jail and should be heading back to his house about now. Hey man, how's it going? Good to meet you.
Good to meet you, man.
Why do you like lean so much? Why do you like lean so much? Why do you like lean so much?
I don't know, I guess I grew up with it. I don't know, it's more like, it's like my childhood shit, like. Back in the days when people couldn't afford to get on other drugs, we just sipped Robitussin, bro. And when you're young and shit, you just go through your mom's medicine book and shit and ransack that shit. Sip NyQuil all night,
How do you get your lean?
I get it prescribed.
How do you get your lean? How do you get your lean?
I get it prescribed.
And what condition is it meant to be treating?
Serious cough and bronchitis and all sorts of shit.
Okay, do you actually have serious cough and bronchitis?
Yeah, sometimes. While I'm smoking.
Right, yeah.
While I'm smoking.
Right, yeah.
While I'm smoking.
Right, yeah. Why does it come in a double cup?
People don't even know that shit. So your hand doesn't warm up the drink inside. So you don't melt the ice and shit. That's what it originated for. But people started a fucking trend with it. Now everybody holding a fucking double cup.
So that must feel really weird to see people rapping about this when for you it was just like the only drug you could take because it was the cheapest.
Yeah. And fuck cause of them motherfuckers that prices went up on everybody.
Demand for lean is so high these days that we've heard of some dealers actually robbing pharmacies at gunpoint just to get their hands on it. And we're actually heading to a trap house right now to find out how they're getting it. We're actually heading to a trap house right now to find out how they're getting it and also why the demand has been increasing so much. So you sell the full bottle by itself, right?
Yeah, if they money right, we sell the whole bottle itself. Like I said, it's very expensive.
Otherwise, you're selling out measurements.
Otherwise, we just break it down in measurements. Like, she could show you what's going on right now.
That's 3 ounces right there.
So you sell just the syrup and you mix the drink for them first?
Nah, I just sell the syrup to them.
Right. So 3 ounces.
Just double cup. Just double cup. Just double cup.
Always got a double cup. Yeah, what is that? Why does it always have to be in a double cup?
That's just what it is. That's the
That's
slang
just it.
about it. That's just what it is. That's the slang about
That's
it.
just the thing.
It's gotta be
In a double cup. That's how you know you're serious.
So how much of this stuff can you sell in a day?
You got the right clientele. This whole shit will go. People love this. It's a hot commodity right now. This is a hot commodity right now. This is $400 a bottle. This brand right here. And this is the low brand.
Is it true that some people use Instagram to sell it?
Yeah, it's big. Instagram is a platform for you to sell a lot of things.
Back in the days when I had no clientele, I jumped on Instagram.
Yeah.
And used to DM people like, yo, I have this, I got that. So yeah, Instagram was a big
I feel like they use Instagram more so to promote it as far as, okay, we using it and this is how, as far as, okay, we using it, as far as, okay, we using it and this is how we feeling right now. This is the vibe we on. That we on. We on that mellow chill vibe. We on that mellow chill vibe. We on that mellow chill vibe. We not snorting coke. We not doing heroin. You know, they're promoting that we cool. We vibing right now.
Yeah, that's a cool thing.
Yeah.
Have you noticed an increase in young people specifically buying this?
Kids is listening to the music. They following all these big time celebrities. A lot of kids is doing it.
The soda and candy in lean mask the taste of the cough medicine, which often contains the powerful drugs promethazine and codeine.
Codeine is a highly addictive opioid, and when ingested in large amounts,
Produces feelings of euphoria,
alleviates tension and anxiety,
and decreases aggression, all of which has contributed to lean's popularity over the years. But prolonged lean consumption can lead to dependence and increased use of opioids and potentially fatal overdoses. Amelia Valaire is a prevention specialist at the United Way of Broward County and has been working as a drug counselor in Florida since 2011. Are you going out to schools and giving talks in schools?
Currently, yes. Drugs is very prevalent in Florida. We have a very serious opioid epidemic going on right now. And it's killing 2 people a day.
2 people a day?
2 people
in
a day.
Florida?
Yeah, in Broward County.
Oh, just in Broward
Just
County,
in
2
Broward
people
County.
a day.
Yeah.
And do you see lean as one piece of that opioid epidemic?
Well, lean has an opioid in it.
And that's something that people don't realize. I had kids who were testing positive for opioids on the drug screens.
They were like, no, I've never done that before. And I'm like, are you sure?
Yeah.
They had no idea that they had an opiate in their body.
And what effect does it have on their lives when they're doing lean?
If you're high all the time, you can't pass class. If you're high all the time, you can't pass. If you're high all the time, you can't pass class. You're falling asleep in class. I had kids falling asleep in counseling sessions, like out. They're out. Talking to them and they're out. And lean is not cheap. It's very expensive. So then they're stealing to get the lean. It's an addictive substance. People say that it's mild. Well, lean's not that serious, it's mild. But what's the ratio of
promethazine and codeine that you're using to your Sprite? You don't know if you're taking a sip from someone's cup. You don't know how much of the medicine they put on there versus the Sprite. So yeah, you might have a really
potent white styrofoam cup with a lot of codeine in there, and you don't know it. So yeah, that's gonna create a higher addiction. And you have really good-looking rappers who's got all the honey, who's got all the girls, and he's drinking this. He's always got a white styrofoam cup in his hand, and he's on this. Then maybe if I do that, I'll get the honeys, I'll get the Lambo, I'll get the Maserati, things of that nature. They're making that association, if that association is not really real.
One of your lyrics says,
Oh shit.
no, it's not
Using
gonna
my
be a
lyrics
tough question.
against me, man.
No, I think these are amazing. It says, dancing with demons and goblins, we don't see it because we too entangled in the comments. You on the perks and the lean too much. Our generation probably seeing too much.
Fifth graders with an iPhone. Information overload is being too much. Got us disconnected with our own self because we see a lot of people through the screen. We don't do shit. All we do is dream, man. Rest in peace to Martin Luther King. Yeah, hell yeah.
So, do you worry that there's a problem with our generation?
I mean, fuck yeah. Like, the reason I said information overload in that thing is because, like, we're in this age of, like, consuming, everybody's consuming shit. You're always on your phone watching other people's lives, watching other people's shit, and so we always are getting fed this, like, false perception of reality, and that's where I think all the problems come. Because then people feel more, like, empty. They feel like they're lacking, all the time. So that's why we use drugs and fake shit on Instagram. It's like all the same thing,
A lot of people might say that rappers are to blame for people doing lean. But is it really that rappers are promoting a drug culture, or are you just reflecting a drug culture
that's what I was
that you
gonna say.
see in our generation?
Yeah, I wouldn't say rappers are to blame for anything because rappers, we're just people, you know, so.
And then on top of that, is if you listen to the music, ain't nobody saying, hey, go get some lean, hey, pour another cup. They usually talking about what they doing. I'm pouring a cup. I'm sipping some lean.
Which,
I pulled it.
hey, but which, if we're gonna be honest though, that's in a way promoting because everybody wanna be like us. But at the end of the day, like, I still think that, like, rappers, we're just people. We're not the...
You get blamed for everything.
Yeah, you get blamed for everything because they're popular.
Right.
But I think they're a byproduct of what they grew up around. I grew up around drugs, so it wasn't that I was ever trying to promote drugs and shit. That was the experience I had to talk about, you know. So I think it's the same for all rappers, you know. We all grew up in our environments, and most people, you know, at least good rappers, we're just talking about the stuff that we've seen, you know, and been around. So that would be like blaming a reporter for a mass shooting, you know. It's like, nah, we're talking about what's going on around us. Hey man, cheers, brother. My cup liquor, but y'all, cheers to y'all, man.
Oh, that's actually purple.
Yeah, that's some purple.
That's the mythical purple.
You want to trade you that green for the purple?
Oh, there's a lean trade going on.
Yeah, we trade for it. You know, it's like it's Supreme Louis, you know, like you trade.
Yeah.
And it ain't got that bad sound when you come to the crib, pat down. Chopping the pills, slinging no dope, whatever me, come alive. No stop.
So what are you about to do? You about to get a face tat?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get a face tat.
Yeah.
It's suffering. And the reason I'm putting it on my face is because I suffered for a long time just to get to where I'm at now. All my friends love me and now that I'm happy.
Oh, she's gonna be a memory. I put all my memories on my face.
This party's a lot like all the kind of stuff you see on Instagram if you follow these rappers. It's fun and it's chill and everyone's having a good time. But then it's also very real. I mean, he just got a face tattoo that said suffering across his face. So you can tell that, like, yeah, there's the good fun side to drugs, the recreational side, but then there's also the kind of escaping side of drugs. And there's obviously a lot of emotion there to escape from.
But they can't be I ain't even got a baby mom.
Are you feeling the green?
Yeah.
No, definitely. I mean,
it's like,
feel like you could rap?
absolutely not. Absolutely not. If I couldn't rap before, and I definitely can't rap now. But I don't know, just like, people would say things and I wouldn't quite properly hear them.
Yeah.
And I would see things and not fully acknowledge them.
Yeah.
Almost like I wasn't really acknowledging the world around me. Almost like I was tuning out from the world around me.
Yeah,
and I can see if you keep doing that, then it's like a very, very short step to getting a face tattoo.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, when you say that you were tuning out, do you mean that like you were focused on yourself more, tuning it out, or just
I think
focused on
focusing
nothing?
less on myself and less on the world around me.
That's interesting,
Yeah.
right? I think that's the important downfall.
Yeah.
It's important to focus on both of those things, but especially yourself, right?
Dude, thank you so much.
I appreciate y'all, man. Really appreciate the opportunity to talk and the opportunity to share some real lean.
There are a lot of potential reasons as to why lean could be coming back right now. The easiest thing to do is to blame rappers and Instagram, which have kind of served as lean's ultimate marketing tools. But codeine, at its heart, is a prescription-based opiate.
And rappers didn't invent the opioid crisis. All opiates are used to try to escape something, so maybe the bigger question here is, why is our generation trying to escape?